That music. This game has great music. Hi guys, Vechs here, and welcome to ArcheAge. Alright, so I did a video about mounted combat in this game, and a lot more people wanted... Oh, the music. Sorry, I just love the music in this game. A lot more people wanted gameplay videos, so I was like, you know what? Cool. So I figured I'll make a 30-minute video to an hour of just the opening gameplay, character creation, the starter zone, and just show off the game. No particular goal with this other than that. So let's see. Race selection. You basically have Western humans, elves, and these guys are on the faction on the continent of Nuia, the Western faction. Now I do believe there will be dwarves added to this, the Western faction, and there will be, well, I don't know what to call them, but there will be a third race added to the Eastern faction, the Haranians. They have the Firin, which are cat people, and then they have humans, I guess. These two guys here are... they do have a different architectural style. It seems to be... I can't really place it. At first glance, I thought it was maybe Japanese or Chinese or Korean, but some of the stuff... Well, I don't know. It's kind of hard to place. It's a mix of stuff, a mix of influences, I think. And then the Eastern faction, the Haranians, they're going to get this new race. It's like a kind of demon-ish looking, maybe. Not really. The closest thing I can say is it sort of reminds me of the Draenei from World of Warcraft. But not quite. They're hard to describe. I don't know how to describe them. They have tails there. So who should we pick? I don't know. I kind of like the Western faction, the Nuians, especially it's going to be men, dwarves, and elves. It has a very typical fantasy feel to it, whereas the Eastern faction is more, feels more exotic. Gotta say though, these 4 starting races, I like the way all of them look. Let's take a look at the females too. Oh my, dim hipsto. Elves, elf females. There's not a huge difference. Face, as far as the faces go, it's just the ears get pointy. The elves are slightly taller than the female Nuians. Now, I don't think there's any height sliders for your character, and that armor looks awesome. That has to do, I believe, probably to help alleviate the load on your computer during gameplay when there's hundreds of players in one area and say like a big battle. There's the female kitties. Hey kitty. He's kitty. Got stripes on her tail. A little fluffy bit here, and cat paw feet. And then the eyes. I wasn't expecting such large eyes from the female cat people, the Firins, but that's cool. And then she looks like she's in workout clothing. For some reason, it's like she looks like she was in gym clothes, and then they glued like a few bits of extra stuff onto gym clothing. That's just what I got when I looked at her. Well, I'm going to make a guy. And I guess I'll just make a Nuian, a male Nuian. Let's head to appearance now. This is where you get to customize the appearance, and oh my gosh, look at the options! There's like 21 different head options or hairstyles. Oh man. Now I'm not gonna spend too long here, because I could spend like an hour doing this or more. Wow. I don't even... Scars and imperfections, and look at the beards, styles. I don't even... it's great. The character creation in this game is just great. There's faces here. You can also blend looks. Like let's say we want, I don't know, this dude. And then you can actually blend these appearances. I think it's to the left we have the first one we picked, and then to the right we blend it more towards the second one. And this is just a quick way to, that's all the way to him. A quick way to blend stuff. It's very, I think it's very interesting. It's like you'd pick one of these, then click blend, then click another one, and now you can get an average of these facial features. So, oh, this guy looks all right. Let's go with him. Like I said, though, confirm. But, I mean, there's all kinds of details here, and look at all the sliders. This is just on the nose. Look at all these sliders for your nose. I mean, it's got everything you want in character creation. Let's just leave it at that. All right, I accept. I'll be this guy. Okay. We need a name. What should I name this dude? Well, first I need to pick a starting skill set. The way this game works is your class, the class that you are, there's like over 100 of them, I think. Your class is determined by what 3 skill sets you combine. So, for example, Battle Rage plus Defense plus Vitalism gets you a Paladin. So, like melee skills plus defense skills plus healing results in your class being called a Paladin. Whereas a Battle Rage plus healing plus like Occultism, which is like drain magic, results in a Blackguard. Kind of like the anti-paladin, I guess. Although there is also a Shadow Knight in the game, so either any one of those could be an anti-paladin, I guess. Battle Rage, Sorcery, Archery. What are you doing? Oh, he's shooting a bow. Okay. Bam! Looks cool. Vitalism. Occultism. And then Shadow Play. So you basically have melee moves here, offensive. You have like offensive melee moves, and then nukes and bow moves, healing. It's gonna be fears. I think fear and drain. No, wait, not fears. Crippling mire, drains. There's a mind control in occultism. I know that. And then Shadow Play is a kind of a mixture of ranged bow moves and melee moves. Sort of your rogue, yeah. Yes, it's physical damage, curses, magic damage, defense. I guess defense is, they classify that as healing. Magic skills that heal and affect damage immunity. Physical damage and curses, magic damage, and then physical damage and debuffs, I guess. Well, I'm gonna pick something I personally haven't seen yet. So I'm gonna pick archery. That might be fun. What should we name this guy? We should name this. Let's name this guy. I don't know. If I had picked one of the cat people, I was gonna try to name him Khajiit Has Wares as a joke, but I'll just name him Exemplar! Exemplar, the Example Man. Great character. He is Exemplar. A name is already in use. Well, Exemplar on the Alpha server. Shout out to you for blocking my attempt to make a name. I'm just gonna call him Steve. How about that? Is there a Steve? Yes, Steve. There's already a Steve in this game. Oh gosh. I don't know. Example Dude. There cannot be somebody on this server named Example Dude. There, okay, Example Dude. Now, that was example armor that you saw to get you hyped up for what you might look like later in the game. But here's our starting armor. Alright, Example Dude, he's an archery novice. Start. Do we get a cutscene? We're going to get a cutscene, aren't we? If we get a cutscene, I'll just be quiet and let you listen.
Nuyans have never found fear in the thought of death. How could they? Their patron deity is the goddess of the hereafter. Death means reuniting with her, she who, as a living goddess, gave her life to save all people. With the last wisps of energy in her divine soul, she sent all races to a new land. Everyone lost their old kingdoms, their old gods, and their old heroes. But none felt this loss as keenly as the followers of Nui. Some would have even preferred to follow her to the hereafter. I was one of them. On their new continent, the Nuians found nothing but ancient, untamed wilds. They dreamt of their magnificent civilization back on Auroria. But their reality had shrunk to leaky lean-tos and rocky fields that would not yield. The elemental specters that had ruled the area for eons tormented Nui's chosen endlessly. They reigned from an ancient labyrinth hidden in the forest. The powerful Archmage Solzrian led an assault on the maze, wresting control from the spirits. The elemental specters retreated. They knew that the owner is always he who holds the key. Solzrian built a grand castle over the labyrinth, declaring whoever conquered it would be king. Following this rule, the Nuians reclaimed some former glory and learned to love their new land. However, roads remained smooth only for so long. A young upstart shunned the labyrinth and rallied an army to conquer the lands he desired. Even the two greatest Nuian cities fell. He consolidated power, dubbing his kingdom Two Crowns, and forged a new kind of peace. Until tragedy struck again, a royal assassination. The Nuians struggled to carry on. None realized that a dark secret had infected the kingdom, and that was the problem. The Nuians wasted time battling each other when their real enemy was this tumorous darkness. The Nuians cried out to their goddess for answers, but received nothing in return. The statues they'd carved simply gazed down at them with a cold, stone benevolence. No other race could ever understand that pain. My pain, the longing for Nui. But no matter what, they are still children of the goddess. Some are even marked with her love. As for me, I will keep my promise to protect them. They just need to remember. The war that began centuries ago is not over yet.
Well, that was cool. So, did you get all that? These guys, along with everyone else, was driven from their original home on the northern continent, and they were driven to the western and eastern continents, and they've been trying to rebuild their civilizations, which has been going on for, I think, a few hundred years.
The WASD keys move
Oh
your
boy.
character.
I think,
and the mouse
yes,
buttons
thank you.
control the-
Okay, we know that. So, you wake up in a swamp. You wake up in a swamp. And this guy just poofs into existence and starts telling you stuff. He was I believe he's the guy from the cutscene. I know who he is. I'm not going to spoil it for you. I actually think the Nuian storyline is pretty cool.
Corpses that sparkle.
There is, yes, thank you. There is a storyline. There is a main quest. Do I already have it? No, I don't have it yet. I think I could probably just run off without
Press
actually
F or
taking the
right
quest.
click
That's
to
kind of neat. I was just like, no, I don't really feel like doing it. But I think I'm on chapter 2 or 3 of the main quest for the Western humans, the Nuians, and I've really enjoyed it so far. It's kind of cool. It's kind of like a mystery. The short version is that you have the mark of the... What in the heck was that? That seems like a... Was that a harpoon? Is this a... Yeah, that's a harpoon from this guy's ship, which he has... Well, this... I didn't really plan this. I was going to talk about like the single-player story. Well, it's not single-player, but... I think this guy is dragging his ship slowly but surely onto the land. I don't know why he's doing that, but it's an alpha. This is the alpha server. So we are alpha testers. I guess he's trying to do his duty as an alpha tester and see what he can exploit or break, and then he'll report it to the developers. Surely that is his motivation, and he is not trying to do anything malicious. Right, Delarian in the Iron Guild? Surely you're being an upstanding person and you're just helping test things. You're not trying to grief anyone. But yes, okay, spoiler alert. You can get boats and ships in this game, and they're very important, and the game is really... Wow. The game is really set up around boxes, and what I mean by that are... the game's set up around these things called trade packages, and I'm not going to go into super detail about them, but just know that you have trade skills, and you put together trade packages, and once you're transporting them, you can't teleport or use any kind of fast travel. You've got to, yeah, this guy is now in the starting zone on his boat, and he is following his dreams to just take that boat across the continent, using his harpoon to just drag it. You go, man. You follow your dreams. Alright, now, but yes, these trade packages need to be carried from one continent to another for best effect, and that sets up a lot of world PvP and stuff, and it's really cool. It's the carrot at the end of the PvP stick. Now, there are safe zones if you're not into PvP. There's a lot of areas in the game where you can't be attacked, and you're safe, and you could stay in those and only wander into PvP zones when you're these red zones here in PvP, when you feel like it. All right, let's do the. I got to cruise because I don't want this video to go too long, but let's. Hey. Ha! You look like a drowned rat. Were you looking for sea folk scales again? Honestly, you spend more time getting into trouble than anyone else I know. So I was doing something and bumped my head and woke up in a swamp. Oh, I came to warn you that Woodcutter Gallagher is on his way here looking for you. You better dry off and head up the trail to meet him, or you'll miss your big day. Right to click it nearby. Yes, I get. Okay. Pretty cool system for dealing with NPCs. It's basically just a combination of hitting F and G. So once you get near an NPC, you don't even have to really click on anything. You just hit the F key. Makes things easy. Yes, yes, thank you.
It's automatically added to the quest tracker on the right side of your screen. You can then follow the arrow beneath your feet.
Oh, okay. Hush, hush, lady. Thank you. I appreciate it, but I can do a better job much faster than you. So I need to report to Woodcutter Gallagher. Now, let me go over the UI super fast for you. Bottom left corner, this is your experience percent as you level up. Let me just kill something real fast.
To be most effective.
Yes, I know. Tab targeting, standard MMO fare. What do I got here? Archery, basic melee attack, basic ranged attack, and then my one skill that I do know is called Charged Bolt. Fires an arrow dealing damage and slowing move speed, so it's a snaring arrow. Okay, and it does a little bit less damage if they're close to me. Let's try it out. Alright, so that is a charge arrow. That's neat. Okay, and it started me dual wielding daggers. That's cool too. So F and G is loot. F to just quickly loot everything. Now the way the ranged auto attack is kind of interesting. It says a fast skill, no cooldown. You hold it down. So I just hold down 2 and it shoots my arrow here. Let me try my slowing shot. Alright. So as you can see down there, my percentage is filling up. We have the XP bar. Your hot bar down here. Standard MMO fare again. It's, you know, I guess it's, if it's not fixed, if it's not, excuse me, if it's not broken, don't fix it. I is your inventory, C is your character panel. That little button right there in the bottom right of the character panel is detailed stats, where you can see every stat ever. Over here to the bottom right are buttons for everything there might be a hotkey for, which I think is pretty cool. Marketplace mail, the marketplace itself. The game is free to play, but you can spend money on appearance armor and XP boosts, like, let me see here. There's a, what is this? Yeah, that's boost your labor points. This expands your bags. It's stuff like that. As best I can tell, I have not found anything that was like, buy this and you'll, you know, beat all your battles and win. So there's no real pay-to-win stuff that I found. I'll let you know if I find something that I consider pay-to-win, though, because I'm strongly against that. But it seems like this game is staying on the straight and narrow path of selling us video game hats, bank slots, and experience boosts. What else? There's the game time in the top right. It moves a little bit faster than faster than real time. This button right here changes the size of your mini-map. That's probably something you're going to want to do right off the bat. This right here is you can hide the mini-map if you wanted to. Let's see, that's the name of the zone you're in. Your quest tracker's right here. You can minimize it like that. Up here is your health bar, mana bar. Everybody's got mana. There's no energy, rage, runes, or whatever other resources you may have seen in other MMOs. It's all mana, which I like personally. It simplifies things and it makes it not feel too gimmicky. Your buffs and the chat window here, which I just switched to party chat because I don't feel like seeing world chat right now, especially not while I'm trying to make a video. And that's about it. Let me go over the labor system super fast. Because this is I almost want to say it's like a MMO. It's kind of got like an empire building vibe to it, where you can build buildings and castles and houses and gardens and tree farms and all that cool stuff on land. And there's trade stuff going on, and you're basically even from the very first time you make your character, you're kind of competing with the other faction. Now, some people might not like the system. I think it's a great idea. It's called the labor system. You basically get these things called labor points, and I'm at the cap. I'm at 5,000 out of 5,000. You regain 10 labor every 5 minutes when logged in, and 5 labor every 5 minutes when logged out. So minimum you get is 1 labor a minute. You use labor when you do trade skills, like, say, mining, chopping trees, building houses, gardening, fishing. And what that does is it puts people on an even playing field, and this is the genius of the system, I think. Because if there wasn't a labor system in the game and you could just do as much crafting as you wanted, as often as you wanted, people that play the game for 16 hours a day and have no lives would rapidly get ahead of everyone else. But the labor system is going to slow your character down if you play the game a lot, and it'll give people who play maybe an hour or two a day a chance to catch up with you. Basically, it's kind of like an allowance to how much stuff you can, not stuff you can get done, but specifically trade skill stuff you can get done in the game for every given period of time. Make sense? I think it's really cool. So that means that if you play this game non-stop, you can't get that huge of an advantage over somebody who plays it more casually. And I really like that system. I played an MMO a very long time ago. It's a very old game. It was called Shadowbane, and there was no system like this. And people who played all the time quickly were basically kind of took over the server, and if you didn't play the game at the start, you were at a huge disadvantage. So hopefully the labor system will help curb that and tone that down a bit. Alright, what else? I went over the UI real fast. Combat, as you've seen, pretty simple, but with these skill sets, as you see, this is the archery page here. You can see all the archery moves. Piercing shot. Ooh, that looks pretty cool. Endless arrows. Nice. You'll get 2 other skill trees, and they'll look exactly like this. So imagine this duplicated 2 more times with a bunch of different skills from other stuff. And basically by mixing and matching these, you customize your class. So let's say I want to be a healer that shoots a bow. I can take Vitalism next, get my heals, get a bow in my hand, do bow moves to deal physical range DPS, and then toss heals out on people. And I think archery plus healing plus something else gives you ranger. You can check the wiki, the ArcheAge wiki. Just Google. You can Google search ArcheAge classes, and it should be the first result. You can see every single class combination in the game and what it gives you. Alright, this axe icon here, that means a kill quest. You click the signpost. Foxes, yeah. It wants me to kill foxes now. Let's talk to this dude. Example dude. Yes, I've been exploring. I'm wet. Yeah. Mayor Gott wants to speak to me before I leave the village. Okay. Yeah, I have permission to spend a season traveling abroad. Yeah, sure. So the backstory for the Western humans is that you... Is that iron? Ooh! Okay. Another data point for this game. There's no tools you have to keep track of. If you see resources out in the wild...
You need labor points to gather.
Yes, I went over that already. If you see a resource node out in the wild, a tree, plants, mineral veins, I'll help you, dude. Bloop. There we go. You don't need any tools. You just go up and click it, and you gather it. You saw right there when I helped this guy kill the fox, I didn't get any... I got no XP. I'll try again. Let's demonstrate this. See, I got nothing from that. And that's because he tagged it. This game uses a tagging system, so whoever does the first amount of damage to a monster gets all everything from it, the XP and the loot and stuff. I need to kill 3 foxes. Let's kill 3 foxes real quick. Boop, 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 boop. Melee! Yeah! Die, fox! There we go. Okay. Die, fox! Overall, I think the animations look pretty good. Look pretty nice so far. Actually, you know what I kind of liked is the staff, like the mage staff when used in melee. Because I was using I had Battle Rager and Occultism, and I was actually using a mage staff as my Battle Rager weapon because it was boosting my magic power. So I was kind of like a hybrid. Like I was casting magic, but I was also leaping in and like smacking people around with melee moves using my mage's staff, and I thought that was pretty cool. Alright, well, so we blew up the foxes. They will not trouble anyone anymore. So, let's talk about the basics. Second skill set, level 5. Third skill set, level 10. You also get a mount, your first basic mount at level 10, and I do believe you, at least for this character, as a Western human, I'm not sure how the other races handle it, but you get a boat.
Quests with green.
You get a boat and a mount very soon in this game. What's this guy have to say? Example dude, where have you been? The Prophet Tyrion is here performing miracles. Oh, he wants me to go talk to the Prophet. Okay, cool. So basically, the basic storyline for the Nuians here is that you realize that you have the mark of the goddess, and there's a lot of people out there who don't like that, and they try to kill you. And the single-player story is you trying to figure out why and what your mark means and what is in store for you. But I think that's all the information I'll give out on it, because it's a cool storyline, and I don't want to spoil it anymore for you. So that's just the basic details. Oh, hold on a sec, Rabbit. If you double tap W, you sprint, and it slowly
Press
drains
numlock
your
to automatically
mana.
run forward without holding down.
Yep. Okay. Talk to me, Lucius. You're a rabbit. Yep. Lucius appears to you. Yeah, he's part of the storyline. So. Mergot. Let's talk to Mergot. Ah, there you are. All ready for your big trip. I wanted to make sure you were properly prepared before you left. Bloop. The elders have approved your journey, but we can't spare the coin to fund it. Why don't you ask the locals if there's any odd jobs they need done? A little extra coin for the road couldn't hurt. Sure. And I'm getting health potions and mana potions. Yes, Soulsreed boars are attacking people in the town. Boars are dangerous. Let's go kill them. And there's the prophet here. Let's talk to him. The green tech quest markers, that means it's part of the main quest. And then the yellow is side quests. You seek a fortune. The words of the Lake Maiden come to me. She says that your name is Example Dude, and that you will soon embark on a great journey. What is that strange glow I see on you? Yep. Yeah, I've got a mark on my arm, a golden mark. You saw it in the cutscene. Yep.
To
And
learn new skills,
I leveled up.
click the skill icon in the menu bar or press K to open.
Okay. So I have a new skill point, and I can put it in here, but at this time, this is all I can get. These are based around what level you are, and let's see, Piercing Shot. Let's go ahead and just take Piercing Shot. What does this do? Inflicts a deep wound, dealing 90 range damage with an additional 30 damage for each stack of Bloodthirst. Also silences and dismounts the enemy with any stacks of Bloodthirst. Deals a total of 117 damage over 14 seconds. Damage is reduced if they're close to you. Alright. Tell you what, why don't we go kill some boars, and I'll wrap this video up. And I think what I'll do is I'll make a few more videos in the future about the adventures of Example Dude, and I'll try to walk you through maybe the first 15 levels of the game, just to show everything off that you can do. And hopefully that'll help you know if this is a game you'll want to get into more or not. Alright, where's some boars? Let's try out Piercing Shot. Piercing Shot. Woodah! Other shot that slows. Wow, he's almost dead already. He's not even going to make it to me, is he? Oh, he hit me once. Alright, so we got some cooldowns here coming back up. Let's fire both of these. So archery seems to have some pretty nice burst physical damage from range. Alright, let's wait for the cooldowns to come back up. Pop off some shots. Slowing shot, bleeding shot. Dead. Yeah, archery definitely has some nice damage. What are these actually called? Charged bolt and piercing shot, right? How's the aggro on these guys? Will they attack me? They're doing a threatening animation, but it looks like that their name is in orange here and not red, and that means that they're not actually aggressive. Alright. Now this little thing you see on the ground here, that's a quest tracker marker, I guess, arrow. It points to your quest that corresponds with a number here, number 1 and then number 1 there. So that's what that is. Yeah. Let's turn this in. Ah, thank you. Yes, we killed boars. It seems like a good, starter quest. At least it wasn't rats, right? Isn't rats or rats and goblins? It's always what you end up fighting. Alright, so I think we'll take a break there. I don't want this video to go on extremely long. For trivia's sake, though, this was the area I took the footage of the coastline. I think it was right here, actually. Let me see if I can go up and over this here. Is this it right here? And then I think it was F11 to hide the HUD. I thought it was. F10? I don't remember the key to hide the HUD. But yeah, this is it right here. This is where I was standing when I first played the game. And up on my channel is a game ambience video of me just looking at the coastline. That's the bank right here. This is your personal bank. The game, this is the alpha server, so that's Korean right there, I believe. Not every voice file is translated yet. Okay, and this is the mailbox, and this is the bind point where you can bind yourself, and you can use your recall ability right here to go back to it. Well, that's it for now. I've covered a lot of information, so I'm going to sign off. And, yeah. If this is your first time on my channel, don't forget to subscribe. I will be doing some more ArcheAge videos in the future. So until then, take it easy.